Okay, candidate Deister, we'll start with you. The housing problem in Niagara Falls often appears as the elephant in the room. What would be a couple of specific and key points in your plan to address the housing problem in the city?
You know, it's inevitable you're going to have a housing problem in the city, the population of which is half of what it was at its peak, all right? And if I had to pick an issue, aside from budget issues, and we can address that a little bit later, all right? Because there's going to be tough budget issues for every city across New York State in these next 4 years. But aside from that, I think the housing issue is one of the great challenges that remains for us in the city of Niagara Falls. The good news is that we have very affordable housing here, and we consistently rank in national rankings up at the very top in terms of affordable housing. Right? The problem is that even with housing very, very cheap in our community, we're still not seeing the in-migration of people that you would expect to fill housing that's vacant out there. And what that means is that we have to do the following. First of all, once housing reaches the point where it can no longer be fixed, we have to make certain that it gets boarded up and demolished at the earliest possible opportunities, so that it doesn't become an eyesore. Second, we have to find opportunities to rehabilitate housing. And we're working with a variety of partners out there to try to identify innovative ways that we can do something that one of the other candidates suggested earlier tonight, and that's find ways of putting people that are willing to invest into housing but don't have much money to invest, but maybe a lot of sweat equity, get them into vacant housing and give them the opportunity to create a home there. Number three, we're missing certain types of housing in our community. We have to start building some new housing. Because even though we have a surplus of single-family and duplex housing in our city, we're missing certain types of housing, like studio apartments, artist lofts, condos that are attractive to segments of the community, both young and old, who would like to live in the downtown area. And there, I think we have to get involved in incentivizing development, including in the downtown area, of construction of new housing as well as renovation.
My plan the 1st of January is to inventory every single vacant home in the city of Niagara Falls, determine which one of those homes is habitable and which ones are not habitable. The ones that are not habitable, an aggressive effort to tear down those homes. Tear them down, make the land usable for redevelopment of some nature. Okay, maybe it might be 2 lots in 1 home. But the homes that are habitable, I'll make those homes available to young people that have jobs, that can't afford a down payment, or maybe can't qualify for a mortgage, get them into the house. We'll let them live there for 2 years, tax-free, while they're fixing up the house. And after that house is livable, and it goes back on the tax rolls, then they're paying taxes, they're working in the community, they're living in the community, and that will start to bring our neighborhoods back to life. Let's just take an example. There's 3,000 people that work right now at the casino. Just 10% of those people, 300 people moving back into this community, buying vacant homes, fixing those homes up. Think about what that would do for our neighborhoods. Naranpac, take those people there. Take a percentage of them. Bring them back. Give them an opportunity to live in the city of Niagara Falls. That's the way the city of Niagara Falls is going to turn around the fastest, by giving people, young people, an opportunity to raise their families right here in the city. Thank you.
It's interesting to sit here and hear 2 of the individuals with the most experience try to tackle the issues of today, when this issue just didn't happen today. We didn't wake up today and have to deal with this issue. So it's very interesting to hear their responses. It's very easy here to abandon your property here and leave it to the city. Just pack up and leave. City gets the property, it sits and sits and sits, it deteriorates because of the weather here, then it's a hazard. Now what I'm going to simply propose is this. You have organizations here like the Niagara Falls Housing Authority. I'm going to touch bases on Hope 6. Hope 6 was a great idea. It was a bad idea because it's where it's located. Because now you're taking more people who live in areas who are renting homes and possibly would take advantage of being first-time homeowners. Now you bring them out to this isolated area into these developments. If Hope 6 if the city would have worked with Hope 6 to give them the properties, these empty parcels and abandoned properties, and allow them to build those affordable houses for low-income individuals, the city would be thriving. We would have communities that's growing right now. The city is still, the population in the city is still declining, so people are still leaving the area. And the programs that Ricardo talks about and Deister, wholeheartedly backs, that, it's not going to get the job done. Why? Because no one wants to live in Niagara Falls. Look at the population over the past, 40 years. Double-digit decline. So where are we going to get the people to fit into these programs? Where are we going to get them? So as people are moving into these programs, the people here are getting older and retiring, and they're saying, you know what, I had enough. And they're leaving. So the same issues are reoccurring. Thank you.
I myself would like to take an inventory of our empty houses and buildings, evaluate them. We're going to, the ones that need to be destroyed, we need to destroy them. The ones that need to be rehabilitated, that's what we need to do. We need to offer this to the residents of Niagara Falls at a tax incentive. Because if the resident is going to take care of their property, they're going to invest in another property, they're going to take care of it. The vacant lots, offer the vacant lots to a resident that lives next to the vacant lot. They're cutting their grass, they're going to cut that grass also. Just to think about it. Now, we're as a city, we are helping each other, beautifying our city. The resident, you, me, everybody, we have to do it ourselves. We can't expect for outsiders to come in and fix our city when we can't even fix it ourselves. So I would like to see the residents have the first opportunity to take care of these properties. As a tax, you'll get a tax incentive to acquire the property, certain time to rehabilitate it. You get a tax break, and it's your property. That's what I like to see. Because we got good people in Niagara Falls. They just need a little incentive from our government to do the right thing. Thank you.